return of the oh wait, no way, you're kidding. Monkey Man, back in town. I wish I could tell you that, everything was just fucking hunky dory today and it's fantastic and nothing went wrong at all, but I cannot say that. No, that wouldn't be true. Today, the monkey slipped, the monkey fell, tripped over his own tail, and life continues to happen. That's why it explains it. So yeah. $6 million monkey. We can retrain him, make him better than he was before. It takes a lot of money. Just trying to vibe off the inspiration. I did go down, or up rather, out that way. I played with the band yesterday. And it was a hoot. It was a fucking hoot. It was great. I love it. I miss doing that type of shit, It's been a rough one. I've been pretty tired. I've been very, very tired. And I'm starting to feel these things, more and more. It's like doing the rehearsals, doing the work. All this shit starts to take a toll on your body as you get older. When I was younger, I didn't realize it. I'm like, why am I damaged today? Oh, it's because I did a bunch of shit yesterday. And probably not taking the best care of myself. So that would explain some things. What are you going to do? It's been a weird one, man. It's been a fucking weird one. I didn't really have a topic of conversation today so much as an idea. Remember this fucking show way back in the day? It's got this guy, what's his fucking face? Anyway, doesn't matter. He, Stone Cold Steve Austin, that guy. Austin 316 all the way, for life. And, that guy. Fucking delirious. It's amazing. I'll invite people, but as I said, I don't have things. I don't have any things. I just know that, I broke down today, and I don't think I've received a response, but I did kind of beg my son's mom to try to negotiate with me to see how that goes, because, we got no other options right now. She is demanding that I take her to court, and that's about all I can do. And it's going to be pretty rough for everybody involved. So I was trying to negotiate that, but I don't think there's any negotiation to be had. So we're just going to have to take the fucking hard road. My friend gave me this ring the other day, and I've been wearing it on the old ring finger, trying to remind myself that just need to keep fighting the hard fights, Some days don't really seem like there's much to fight for. But yeah, I don't know. People keep poking their heads in to remind me that they're there and stuff. I got off the phone with my buddy, fucking probably watching right now. I don't know. I was like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go do the stream. My other friend invited me over to watch movies, but he didn't answer my text because I was like, I'm fucking tired. Fucking tired. As much as I'd love to come hang out, um, some nights you just want to go to a safe spot and have a beer and cuddle yourself, because there's nobody else there to cuddle you. I'm a lonely guy. I saw my lady friend earlier. She was having a snack. I think she was kind of embarrassed, but I don't mind. She's pretty when she eats. I really don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of self-conscious about eating people. I mean, people. See, cannibalism. Exactly. That's what I'm self-conscious about. Oh my goodness. There are words. They're in my brain. What's up, Papa Troy? Good to see ya. Oh. European people eaters? I think they're Scandinavian, maybe Romanian. No, that's the one. Yeah. Somewhere in there. Five little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and busted his head. I'll just go there. No, I do. I'm kind of a fan of the zombies, man. I also should I say it? No, I shouldn't say it. I go down on their period. Just for letting all the lady folks know I'm not afraid of little blood. Yeah, so I think I pissed mom off. I think I've officially pissed my mom off. Either that or I just don't remember doing a bunch of shit before I left, which is also possible. We did some new music last night, and we got a recording. Of course, I don't have a copy of that recording, but if I did, you would have heard it already. But we're working on some new tunes, and me and my drummer over here, we're talking about trying to get our old punk rock group back together again. Because now he's got the license, and I guess he got a job, bastard. No, but but we need a practice spot and a bass player because we're just two guys with a dream over here. But I haven't been working on that stuff for a while. We had a good thing going, and a lot of history in there. And then our last bass player friggin' died and decided to totally dick up on us before that, so we didn't even know that he was fucking dying. And then we had a falling out, and then I had to hear through a third party, oh yeah, the motherfucker just fucking keeled over, cirrhosis. Oh, well that figures, because he was a fucking deadbeat drunk anyway. But still miss the fucker. Had some good times together. It's been a weird one. Yeah, I don't know what to do without weed, man. If we don't have weed, what are we gonna do here? sit with this guitar. I want to pose with the guitar. I've been told that this pisses people off if I just hold the guitar and I don't play it. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. I've been chain smoking again. Chain smoking and yeah, I'm having a drink. Because this morning I was like, I just got to power through this. I just got to power through whatever this is. And I keep telling myself, so I have this ring. And this ring, is something like it's a reminder that that I have to keep fighting no matter what. And every day is going to be a battle. And I have to keep fighting that fight. Bloody Marys. Hey, I didn't say I enjoyed it. I just said, well, maybe. Yeah, I'm playing my buddy Jesse's old guitar. One of the remnants I have left. Got his guitar. I've got his fucking t-shirt. I've got his goddamn baggage with me here. No, I'm just renting the smoothie. So I saw my friend tonight. I still haven't called that other girl, and I was like, well, I've got like 2 attractive women's numbers now, and I'm procrastinating about calling them because I need to save up some money to take them on a date. I saved up some money, but then today, like, I was running late, and I was like, fuck, and I knew I was going to be late, and at some point I resigned myself to taking the cab, which cost me more than I planned, a little bit more than I planned. So yeah, there goes my money, right? And it's like, okay, cool, yeah, I'll do that. Make it to work on time. I've got an additional shift in the AM, so I've got a couple extra hours over there for some OT, which is cool, and it's walking distance from the other job, and I get to work with a lot of the same people, similar crowds, so that's fine. I'll go do that, and that was another reason I was like, fuck it, I'll just come back and try again tomorrow, because I'm not trying to like stay up too late and really fuck myself over, because I signed up for this shift. Actually, I signed up to be there at like 7 in the morning. They're like, you know what? We got morning coverage. You come in at 11. So I was like, okay, that works. 11, yes. And I took a Sunday shift, which I need to stop doing because I'm other stuff I'm supposed to be doing on Sundays. But for this week, I really need the fucking funds, and so just do that and suck it up. And they want me to keep covering Sundays, but I have to make it clear that that's not something that we're going to be able to do on a regular basis. At least until I get my whole schedule cleared up. But usually I play with my other band on Sundays too, but we haven't practiced in like 2 months either. So I went and played with the Apes, and had a pretty productive night, considering we haven't played in a while. Just kind of getting back into things. I can barely remember my own songs, and sometimes I'm like, fuck, I can't even sing anymore, but it's like all about getting dialed back into that. And so my throat, of course, is nice and sore. My lungs are trying to work again. Of course, I've been super abusive in my body lately, so I keep looking at that. It's hard, man. It's fucking hard. Trying to figure out a program and try to stop smoking again. But it seems like I have bigger fish to fry. Fish to fry. No. I I met a cool dude from Florida when I was about to leave work. He was pretty cool, and he was kind of interested in becoming a security guard. But we heard about the pay. It's like, oh no, yeah, you probably have to put up with too much bullshit for what you make. Yeah, well, I guess it could be worse, but it could be better too. So I try to keep my ear to the ground. I've applied for a few different jobs. They keep trying to hire me for all these fucking driver positions, which is great because I have, I guess the only way is just like put up or shut up. Like, and if you're gonna do it, do it. If not, just take yourself out of that pool. Yeah. Will I ever be able to do this competently? I'm a good fucking driver. Um, but you need to be sober to do that. Not good at being sober. Let's just fucking clear the air right now. I got into it with some guy on the bus the other day. I didn't even get into it with him. Actually, we ended up having kind of a cool exchange. But I was on my way to work. I wasn't even in fucking character yet, but I was in uniform. And at some point, we got into there were like four different people at the back of the bus, including me, playing music. And I was like, and this one guy was being like super loud about it, which is why I turned mine on. I was like, oh, listen to your shit super loud. And I turned mine on, and then I finished it up, and I go and I sit next to it. I was like, hey man, does everybody in here need to hear your music? What is that? What are you listening to? Like, I got the fucking artist out of him. I was like, okay. And then, he called me out on my shit. And I was like, no, it's fine. I'm not working. I was just wondering. I was just wondering what you're listening to because you want to make sure that everybody on the fucking bus could hear your shit. So I wanted to make sure I got the name of that artist. That's one way to fucking shake it up, just a little bit. Putting on my big boy panties, yeah. Yeah, once in a while and occasionally, Right now, it's just that everyday battle. I'm trying to decide really what I want to do. Like, careers are all right and everything, but I've got dreams, man. I'm a dreamer. I don't fucking care about all this shit. This worldly shit, man, it doesn't make a difference to me. I belong on the road. It's pretty much like where I've always wanted to be my whole life. Like having a home base is cool and all that stuff, but I'm supposed to be a traveling troubadour. That was my fucking aim. That was my goal. And then somehow I got off of that track. And like me and my therapist were talking about, I was struggling with a bit with identity, like being forced into do things I don't want to do, because that always sucks. But the thing is, like, when you're actually trying to choose, like, you're on a path. It's like, okay, so things didn't go exactly as I planned, but how can I course correct and get somewhere back towards this path, right? Because otherwise, if I'm doing something completely different, it makes no sense to me. And I've just wasted all this fucking time leading up to this, to not accomplish that goal. It's like, and meanwhile, I still have people like my bandmates who are like, hey, we're still here waiting to try to accomplish this goal. And oh, yeah, that's right. I lost track of that. That there were people people who were with me and backing me up in that, and it's like I'm the fucking leader. I'm the captain of the ship. I'm the one who has to pull shit together. Everybody else is gonna do their thing, but I'm the one who had the vision, and I've lost a bit of that vision, but it's still in the back of my mind, pulling at me, and trying to find a way to work back to something that makes sense. Otherwise, I'm just working to survive. Everybody does that. I'm not like everybody else, That's how I feel about it. I like being a fucking weirdo. It's actually kind of cool. Okay, there's a tiny bit of something left in there. Not much. We'll work with that. So yeah, I finally finished that Baudelaire book, Paris Spleen. The last one was good. I wanted to read that on live, but we'll save that for another time. And I finally finished the intro to the copy I have of Homer's Iliad. So now I can actually finally start reading the book proper, because there were like 100 some odd pages of this introduction where it's explaining various shit that I probably didn't even need to know. And I won't remember anyway. It's like, I've read the Odyssey, so I mean, it's not that, like, I'm sure it can't be that far off. So I'll just remember that, that a lot of this is metaphor. And yeah, basically what he's describing is like the gods in these books represent, like the most base human emotions. And then, the way people justify their or reconcile their behaviors, because this God told me to do it, or whatever, which is basically like the voice inside your fucking head or something. So that's kind of the way he described it, which I think is probably pretty accurate. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yellow Cab Taxi is trying to recruit you. Hey, look into it. I know you can drive. Getting tired and security bullshit. Look at a different line of work. I'm looking at it myself. I mean, there's aspects of being a guard that I like, but it gets tiresome. And for somebody like me, if you're stuck on the same site, it starts getting monotonous. Like, I feel like if I was gonna keep doing it, I would have to be like a road supervisor. I'd have to be one of those guys driving around from site to site, peeking in on what the other guards are doing or whatever. And I feel like I'd be really good at that. Like, that's the first thing I notice on every site I go to. Like right now, our post orders aren't updated. We need post orders. And it's like any good supervisor could come down and be like, okay, we need to fucking adjust these post orders. But they don't do that. There's just nobody doing that. They're coming down, they're like, all right, you good? You're good? The radio works? The phone works? Okay, you're good? What about your post orders? Do you know your post orders? Because quite honestly, I never got training from a supervisor over here or in any other company I've worked for, now that I come to think of it, except actually the last one. Our supervisor was very hands-on. He's a good guy, and I'm still in touch with him. But every other fucking company I've worked for, I'd be like, I get down there, there's some other guard who's training me, and they're like, I don't really get paid to train you. And so they just give you shitty training. You've got outdated post orders. And then they just kind of leave you to your own devices. You have to kind of figure it out. So I find myself, I'll be the guy in there like manually fucking scratching shit off of the paper post orders. Now we have digital post orders. There's two different copies, right? We have the paper binder, and then we have a PDF file, which both have conflicting information in them. Conflicting information. And nobody reads either one all the way through anyway. So yeah, it was like, that's probably something you could fix as a supervisor, but I don't know, maybe I'm just being pedantic here. I mean, maybe, it's black and white plain English. I don't know. But monkey see, monkey do, right? And then you repeat the behavior that the other person is doing. If they're doing the wrong thing, then you're repeating the wrong thing too, then you both just look like assholes, and anybody who's actually paying attention is going to be like, these guys could probably be better trained, and it's not like we're not well trained, but we don't have the right, guidelines and that's where I'm at. Like, because I know now we've got it down to a minimum, but I've still got like two different people in a given week who are doing shit completely ass backwards from the way we're supposed to be doing it. And I'm not the supervisor. It's not my position to tell them that they're not doing their jobs correctly. So I just have to walk in there and fix the shit, pretend that everything's everything every fucking time. Right? Every fucking time. And it's just another challenge. It's just another battle. Just another thing I have to face. Right? But that's like the highlight of my day. That and not getting pass downs. So, and it's pretty well known now. I don't get fucking pass downs from my guards. It doesn't matter who it is. They never tell me about relevant events that happened in the day before I got there. And it's like, okay, so I can either go and read through your report or I'll wait till I hear it from a bus driver, which is usually what ends up happening. The bus driver will be like, did you hear what happened earlier? And I'm like, as a matter of fact, I didn't. They didn't say anything to me. They said, no, everything's fine. It's just like it always is. And then, they're like, no, some dude got arrested out here on the corner and he was making a scene and we had to call the cops. And, oh, is there a report on that? Let me double check that. But I'm not going to tell anybody, if they don't write the report, because I'm not the supervisor. I don't get paid for that type of shit. Right? So it seems like if I were to stay in this industry, I think I'm probably going to end up being that guy. Or I'm going to move to another industry and do something else with myself. I don't know. I'm completely indecisive here. I'm just spitballing like usual. I don't know, 3 for 1. So, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Looking for a lawyer. Any lawyers who will do family court case in exchange for sexual favors or something. Especially if they're female. I don't know. We'll see what happens on that one, but all I have is sexual favors to offer. I don't have any money. The IRS wants like $2,000 out of me now, which I think is bullshit. I'm gonna fight them. I'm gonna fight everybody. I'm just gonna come out swinging and see what happens. I busted my knee. I've been a little too aggro lately, so I did knee a lamppost the day before yesterday. Yeah, so it's not as bad as it could have been, but I mean, had that been like a human, I probably would have broken like their whole rib cage. I think it was pretty hard. I'm just saying. And I have pretty bony knees and elbows, so watch out for that. Oh my goodness. It's time to read all that garbage. I love reading. Reading is fundamental, man. You gotta read that garbage. Especially if it's your fucking job. But I don't know. Who am I? I'm not the supervisor. I can't tell people what to do. I can't control anyone because I gotta control myself. That's all we're trying to do here. $6 million monkey. Better, stronger, faster. Not really. I'm just getting fucking older and dumber as I go. Killing brain cells. Causing cancer. Oddly enough, I heard that fucking medication I was on to quit smoking has a higher rate of fucking cancer than the cigarettes, or like equal rate. So it's like so now I'm like, okay, so maybe that weird growth feeling I had in my stomach was actually cancerous growth, because I thought it was just inflammation or something, but maybe I should go get checked for tumors now, because I was on that shit for a while. Of course, the doctors wouldn't tell you that. Oh, I know. And they'll never, pay enough. Like, they always expect so much more out of workers, and it's very rare unless you're, whatever, like in the corporate sector, right? Like, it's very rare to get any type of decent pay for the work you're actually expected to do. Like, I keep arguing with my parental unit about that. She went in for assistant manager position, and now she's got all this extra work being put onto her, and she's making less than I am. And I'm like, that's in retail. I was like, hello, you're stressed out about all this stuff and all these employees you're managing, and you're making less money than I am to go hang out at a bus stop. Like, I go hang out at a fucking bus stop all day and try to keep people from being dicks. That's about it. Like, that's the nature of my job. Sure, there's a little more nuance to it. We had a bag left on the bus. I had to make sure there were no bombs in the bag, and then I took the thing, and that's it. It's like shit like that. And people do dick up quite frequently at the bus stop. People get very confrontational. I will say this, especially if you fuck with their transportation. If the bus is late, if the bus leaves early, if there's some reason that they are not allowed to ride the bus, they're going to dick up on you hard. They will get super aggressive. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. This is, it sucks for you, but my job is to tell you to fuck off with that bullshit because everybody else has to wait, and now you have to wait too. I'm sorry. I don't control the buses. I don't control the drivers, but I do try to control behavior around the station. That's about it. So tomorrow, as mentioned previously, I'll be getting up somewhat earlier than usual and going down there to my little neighborhood and getting my freak on. It's too much. It's too much. I want to quit working and go back to school, be a full-time entrepreneur, and eventually I could just run a .com. Maybe we can sell guitar strings. No, I'm making all this up. None of that's happening. None of that is happening. I should go back to school, but I can't see how. So if you have any bright ideas, let me know. Let me know. I guess I could just go back to school. Like, there are people now that I work with who are in school, who do their schoolwork on the job, and that's kind of optional. I've just chosen to be this fucking blowhard out here who's like, no, I'm a fucking stickler. I'm gonna fucking walk around the bus station all day. And then, of course, I'm doing it to myself because that's not actually the expectation. I just, was trying to go above and beyond. And I did that. And I think I've, pretty well proven my point. And there aren't a lot of people who are willing to fuck with me on that. So now I have to deal with the other things. And it's just a matter of like moving past this routine where I was like, oh, did I have something to prove when I got here? A little bit of a chip on my shoulder. Maybe I did. Yeah, maybe I did. And maybe it's time to alleviate myself of those concerns and start getting focused on what the future is going to hold. It's just scary. It's fucking terrifying, man. I'm so scared. But I guess we'll get through it some way or another. All right. Well, I don't have much else to say beyond that right now. Definitely lots of thoughts rolling around, but nothing coherent, nothing that's like moving, progressively. So, progress. Well, we'll keep making progress every day and keep trying to do better every time and keep fighting the fucking battle because that's all we can do. Punching bag of all the transients? No, actually, I get along well with the transients for the most part. They and I respect each other. It's the locals who, think they need to tell me how to do my fucking job or have a problem with some transient when really their problem is that they can't mind their own fucking business, right? I deal with that a lot too. It's like that dude has problems. That dude has problems, and you just want to fucking insert yourself into everybody else's business, and that's your only problem. And so I'm not going to help you solve that one. You need to learn how to get over some shit, right? Like, let people have their problems and move on. Because I guarantee you, that person's problems are more severe than your fucking problems, or ma'am, or whatever your name is. But you can't say that to people. You have to pretend that you care about their concerns, even if their concerns are total bullshit. Total bullshit. It's like, have you ever been in danger, sir? Can you tell me? Can you show me where you've been affected in this diagram? No. You could just walk away, and you're just far too fucking concerned with what other people are doing. I don't know. My job is to keep the peace. Why am I smoking? That's a very good question. I really like smoking, despite all the damage it does to me. I like the taste of it. I like the act of it. I remember always, like, when I was a kid, I would pretend to smoke. I'd get like yeah. And I would pretend to smoke when I was a little kid. I always remember the actors doing it. Looked really cool, man. It's not fucking cool. No. Joe Camel is not here. The Marlboro Man, he's fucking dead. And it's really, really fucking hard to stop. Like, once you get used to it, it's really fucking hard to stop. So that's why I'm considering getting back on this medication or doing something else. But I'm trying to talk to my doctor, and I haven't been able to talk to my doctor, so I've got to probably reach out to them again soon to try and make a plan for that. But basically, right now, I've resigned myself back to smoking, so I'm not a total fucking stress case all the time, because that kind of was an issue. And yeah, I guess I'd say I'm trying to load up as much nicotine as possible before I finally decide to offload and go back on the wagon. So party hard while you got it, I guess. I don't know. I can't think of a rational or justifiable explanation, but that's what I got right now. I really want to be smoking weed, but see, it's the other thing. Like, society is weird, man. They'd rather me smoke cigarettes than drink, and they'd rather me drink and smoke cigarettes than smoke weed. But I'd rather just smoke weed. Like, that would be so much easier, but that's not going to be tolerated. I don't know. Society's fucking weird, man. It's not my problem. It's society's problem. Oh yeah, thoughts are scary. My thoughts are fucking terrifying, man. Like, if you look inside my head, it's bad in there. But that's why I do therapy and I do this shit. Yeah. I mean, I don't try to make light of it, but anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. It can be bad, and I get why people lose their shit, and I've been one of those. I'm just trying not to lose my shit now. I'm trying to keep my shit, hold my shit together, push my shit back in, and try to make better shit out of the shitty shit I got. Okay, I think that's about all. Be well, be kind, and stay trusty, and good night.